What happened?
All right. Once again, welcome and Hare Krishna.
We are not able to see the screen. Prabhupada's picture is there still.
Really?
Yeah.
Now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So welcome again and Hare Krishna. So before we start, we shall chant the invocation prayers.
There is a band on the top. The black color line is coming. Yeah, that one. Yeah, you have to remove that.
I can't remove. Either it will go on top or somewhere.
Okay.
Is it obstructing?
In the top it was, but here in the bottom, maybe not. Bottom is better, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं साजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So we selected a few slokas from the 11th chapter that happens to be almost the end of the 11th chapter. (32 and 33). Is that correct?
54 also.
Okay, 34 also. Okay.
32, 33 and 54.
54, okay. Okay.
There are 55 slokas in this chapter, so it's the last but one.
Okay. So let's see. I'll say one line, you can repeat along with me after that. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Kalosmi. Loka. Kshaya. Krut. Pravruddho. Lokan. Samahartum. Iha. Pravruttaha. Kalosmi lokakshayakrit pravruddho.
Kalosmi lokakshayakrit pravruddho.
Kalosmi lokakshayakrit pravruddho. Lokan samahartum iha pravruttaha.
Lokan samahartum iha pravruttaha.
Rute api tvam na bhavishyanti sarve rute api tvam na bhavishyanti sarve
rute api
rute api tvam na bhavishyanti sarve
rute api tvam na bhavishyanti sarve
ye avasistaha प्रत्यानिकेषु
प्रत्यानिकेषु
योद्धाः
योद्धाः
ये अवस्थिताः प्रत्यानिकेषु योद्धाः
ये अवस्थिताः प्रत्यानिकेषु योद्धाः
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 right श्री भगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
कालोऽस्मि लोकक्षयकृत् प्रवृद्धो
कालोऽस्मि लोकक्षयकृत् प्रवृद्धो
लोकान् समाहर्तुम् इह प्रवृत्तः
लोकान् समाहर्तुम् इह प्रवृत्तः
ऋते अपि त्वां न भविष्यन्ति सर्वे
ऋते अपि त्वां न भविष्यन्ति सर्वे
ये अवस्थिताः प्रत्यानिकेषु योधाः
ये अवस्थिताः प्रत्यानिकेषु योधाः
You're able to say it?
Yes, I think anybody else has difficulty?
Last line. Can you repeat, please?
Okay. ये अवस्थिताः प्रत्यानिकेषु योद्धाः
ये अविशिष्टा प्रत्यनिकेषु योद्धाः.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Got it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. You go to the next.
Yes.
Tasmat Tvam Uttishta Yasho Labhasva Tasmat Tvam Uttishta Yasho Labhasva
Tasmat uttishta yasho labhasva.
Tasmat Tvam Uttishta Yasho Labhasva
Tasmat tvam uttishta yasho labhasva.
Jitva Shatrun Bhungshva Rajyam Samruddham Jitva Shatrun Bhungshva Rajyam Samruddham
Jitva shatrun bhunjya rajyam samruddham.
Mayyevaite Nihataha Purvam Eva Mayyevaite Nihataha Purvameva Nimittamatram Bhavasavya Nimittamatram Bhavasavya Sachin Tasmatvam Uttishta Yasho Labhasva
Tasmat tvam uttishta yasho labhasva.
Chitva Shatrun Bhungshva Rajyam Samruddham
Jitva shatrum bhukshva rajyam samruddham.
Mayyevaite Nihataha Purvameva
मय्यैवैते निहता पूर्वमेव
निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्
निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्
भक्त्या त्वा अनन्यासख्या
भक्त्यात्वानन्या सख्या
सख्या
अहम् एवं विदो अर्जुन
अहम् एवं विदो अर्जुन
ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन
ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन
प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप
प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप
भक्त्या त्वा अनन्यासख्या
भक्त्यात्वानन्यसख्या
अहम् एवं विदो अर्जुन
अहम् एवं विदो अर्जुन
ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन
ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन
प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप
प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप
ఓకే తెలుగు చదువుతారా
చదువునా ప్రభు
చదవండి విజేత
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభు అది బ్లాక్ వచ్చింది ప్రభు మధ్యలో
ఓకే
Yeah, you have to close that screen.
హరే కృష్ణ మాతాజీ హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభు
Hare
దేవాది దేవుడైన శ్రీకృష్ణ భగవానుడు పలికెను నేను లోకములనన్నిటినీ నాశనం చేయు కాలమును జనులందరినీ నశింప చేయుటకే నేను ఇచ్చుటకు అర్థించి తిని నీవు పాండవులు తప్ప ఈ చుట్టూనున్న ఇరుపక్షములందరి యోధులందరినూ చంపబడుదురు హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభు
హరే కృష్ణ నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకొకటి నాన్నగారు చదువుతారా
He has to unmute himself.
అందుకే లెమ్ము యుద్ధమున సముద్రుడవై
You have to close the video. చదవండి
యుద్ధము సముద్రుడవై కీర్తి నందును శత్రువులను జయించి సర్వ సమృద్ధమైన రాజ్యమును అనుభవింపు సవ్యసాచి నా పూర్వపు ఏర్పాటుకే వారందరినీ ఇదివరకే మరణించున్నందున ఈ యుద్ధం నీవు కేవలము నిమిత్త మాత్రము కమ్ము.
ఓకే ఇంకొకటి ఉంది
చదిదా
చదవండి
ప్రియమైన అర్జున కేవలం అనన్యమైన భక్తియుక్త సేవ చేతనే నేను యథార్థముగా నీ ఎదుట నిలిచిన ఆ రీతి తెలియబడగలవాడను మరియు ప్రత్యక్షముగా దర్శింపనగుదును. ఈ విధముగా మాత్రము నీవు నా రహస్యంలో అవగాహన చేసుకున్న వారిని కలుగుదువు.
ఈ విధముగా మాత్రమే ఓకే సరే హిందీ
मैं पढ़ूं प्रभु जी?
యా ష్యూర్
You have to close that window. Hari bol. Yeah,
I
this window
cannot
is
close it. This is Zoom window. It's a Zoom
okay.
toolbar. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
पारुल
please.
माता
भगवान ने कहा समस्त जगतों को विनष्ट करने वाला काल मैं हूँ और मैं यहाँ समस्त लोगों का विनाश करने के लिए आया हूँ। तुम्हारे सिवा दोनों पक्षों के सारे योद्धा मारे जाएंगे। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण। रीटा माता जी।
हाँ, नेक्स्ट आएगा तो जस्ट 1 मिनट। हाँ, अतः उठो, लड़ने के लिए तैयार हो जाओ हो और यश अर्जित करो। अपने शत्रुओं को जीत कर संपन्न राज का भोग करो। ये सब मेरे द्वारा पहले ही मारे जा चुके हैं। और हे सव्यसाची, तुम तो युद्ध में केवल निमित्त मात्र हो सकते हो। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण। अंजू दीदी।
हिंदी हिंदी
हिंदी। हरे कृष्णा। हे अर्जुना, केवल अनन्य भक्ति द्वारा मुझे उस रूप में समझा जा सकता है जिस रूप में मैं तुम्हारे समक्ष खड़ा हूँ, और इसी प्रकार मेरा साक्षात दर्शन भी किया जा सकता है। केवल इसी विधि से तुम मेरे ज्ञान के रहस्य को पा सकते हो। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण। वेरी नाइस। इंग्लिश।
I'll read.
Read. Yeah.
The blessed Lord said, "Time, I am destroyer of the worlds, and I have come to engage all people, with the exception of you. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Next, somebody else can read.
Yes, I'll read, Prabhuji.
Sure.
Therefore, get up and prepare to fight. After conquering your enemies, you will enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sarvasachin, can be but an instrument in the fight. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Next.
मैं पढ़ूं प्रभु जी?
हाँ.
My dear Arjuna, only by the undivided devotional service I can be understood as I am standing before you, and can thus be see directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I think Vandana ji is not.
I think she is gone in maybe in the I
Okay.
told her she can go to YouTube also.
YouTube. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right. So here, these are wonderful slokas in conclusion. This entire chapter, Krishna talks about his opulence. Vibhuti Yogam means all his richness. Like how you can understand the entire Vedic literature just in 3 phases. Why? Like if you say 3 connectors, 3 modules. If you have 3 modules and all 3 modules are connecting the entire jnana, entire knowledge is given in 3 modules. It is called Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana. We discussed about this several times. So these are the 3 main components the Vedic literature is trying to disseminate the knowledge. That is the genius of Vyasadeva. So in a simple layman terms, what it is just like we all are, say, like an orphan. An orphan is there, and the best service that we can do to the orphan is actually try to connect him with his lost father or parents who are actually very rich, super rich, maybe billionaires, even more. So such type of a parent you lost, and you became an orphan, and you're wandering on the street, and you're looking for something on the street, and you're somehow living your life and getting satisfied or whatever. But to that orphan, if you can really connect him with his rich parents, that's the best service you can do as a person. And that person is not an orphan anymore. Moment he establishes his relation with his lost parents. The same way, all of us in this world are lost. We are all struggling for something. Everybody in the name of career, in the name of money, in the name of so many things that we have big agenda. All of us have big agenda. We're all looking for something, but we do not know actually what we are looking for. In fact, because of our forgetfulness of our relation with the Supreme Lord, so we all are looking for the same Supreme Lord, but because of our forgetfulness, we are looking in the wrong place and we are looking for the wrong things. Thinking that is going to bring me happiness, because we are originally pleasure-seeking entities. That's our constitution. We only want one thing, we want pleasure. You will never find one person on this globe is actively looking for misery. You'll never find one. Because your nature, your core nature is pleasure-seeking entity. That is the soul. The soul's identity is that. But the soul itself is covered with the body and the mind. So mind you cannot see, the body you can see, that's all. But it is like two-layer covering. So because we are not able to see the soul, we are trying to either satisfy the body or the mind sometimes. So this is in this chakkar everybody is doing, but we are all looking core. If you really analyze, the core topic is we are all looking for that unlimited source of pleasure. So we want to maximize that. So that's capitalism. You want to capitalize profit, because they say that if you have money, then you can buy everything in this world. So you maximize it. Why maximize? Because you want maximum pleasure, unlimited pleasure you want. But unfortunately, no amount of matter can satisfy the soul. So that is where we lose the game. No matter how much ever you try, you cannot win, because the soul wants something of a different. Soul is made of a different nature, and body is made of a different nature. This is matter, and that is spirit. So matter can never satisfy spirit. Spirit only can satisfy spirit. So this is our missing link. So this is why it is called Sambandha Jnana. So first is to that. How do you get connected? Who you are. Who you are. So that is the first quest. If you understand that Sambandha Jnana, the entire structure of that module is to make you understand who you are and who is your father, who is your entity, Supreme Father, and how you are connected. This is the first module. And then the next module is, okay, let's see how you can re-establish that connection. That's called Abhideya. That's a process. Sometimes there is Karma Yoga, there is Jnana Yoga, there is Ashtanga Yoga, there is Sankhya Yoga, there is Bhakti Yoga. There's different processes inside that. And then there is finally Prayojana. What's the benefit? What's the benefit of all these things? So these are the three components. If you can understand, then you will have the big picture. This is the big picture of studying the Vedas. Now here in this 11th chapter, of course, starting from 7th chapter to 12th chapter is Bhakti Yoga, which is the core of entire Krishna's message. This Bhakti Yoga is where Krishna describes in the beginning as the confidential knowledge. Confidential means it's really, really confidential. You cannot understand unless you get into, unless the secret door is opened for you. Otherwise, you cannot understand. That's why it's called confidential. It is locked. Even though it looks like it's open, but the knowledge is locked for you. It cannot open. So Krishna is giving all the clues also. He's not just giving you a problem, he's also giving a solution. So he's saying here, in this place, in this entire 11th chapter, he's telling about his glory, about how rich he is, and he, that rich person, that rich personality, Krishna, he declares finally that I am your father. I'm your father. So you have a place at my place, that is at my dham, in Vaikuntha dham. You belong there, but you're lost in this material world and looking for some, garbage. That is why you're suffering. So here Krishna is saying this world by design, just like a jail, by design, in the jail, everything by design, pain is inflicted. They'll give you food also. If you are a jailer, you are inside the jail, but the jailer will give you food, but he will hit you a little bit and he will give you. So like that, everything inside the jail, there is, you are taken care. Even as a prisoner, you are taken care. But not the same way like a regular citizen is taken care. There is a difference. So the regular citizen in the city is not harassed, even though they harass in a different way. They harass is with taxes and this and that. So I'm not saying that, but you're not harassed the way you're harassed in jail. So there is a difference. So the same way this material world also by design only, and the first design that you may perceive it or you may not perceive it, the first design that everybody suffers is through birth. After you are born, then you grow old, then you get disease, then you die. These are 4 things that are by design. This soul is entrapped into this jail. Everybody has a small cell. In that small cell, that prisoner is sitting, right? Like that, we all are sitting in a small cell. That is called the body. You may think that you're free, I can move wherever I want, but the soul cannot go beyond, operate beyond the capacity of the body. So that's a cell. That's your box. You're boxed in. So the soul is already trapped. So unlike the regular cell, it has some windows or doors. This body has 9 gates. So you are entrapped in this body with 9 gates. Eyes, nose, ears, mouth, genitals, anus, all that. If you add, it's 9 gates. So this jail you are locked up in. So the goal is, of course, there is a jail ka superintendent bhi hota hai. So that is called Durga Devi. So she makes sure you're really tied up inside the cell. And how do you tie the cell? Put a lock. That's called knot. That's called a knot. Hridaya Granthi. So your affection to this body, and it is made sure a lock ke upar another lock. So she makes sure you find a spouse and then you fall in love with that spouse. So this double knot ho gaya. Then you have kids, triple knot ho gaya. Then you have a job to maintain all this. Then one more knot ho gaya. Then you have land or a house, then one more knot. Then you have extended family, one more knot. So this jail superintendent, Durga Devi, is very smart. So she made sure you are tied up in this cell for a very, very long time. You are secure. You can never get out of this place. That's how you are trapped in this body. So one may ask, wow, what is the mistake I have done? I've thrown into this jail. Logical question, right? So that mistake, what we have done, is only one thing. That we refused to be with our father, and we declared independence, that I want to be like my father. There's nothing wrong to be like my father. The only problem is when you challenge his authority. When you challenge his authority, I don't want the Supreme Lord. I can be the Lord of everything that I survey. Whatever is there, I'm the Lord. When you declare that, that is your problem. Begins there. So Krishna is actually not a punishment, but Krishna, being very kind father, he actually provided a facility. Okay, this is like a virtual game, virtual world. In the virtual world, you take an avatar, you can choose, pick your avatar first. So pick your avatar. So how many avatars? There are 8.4 million avatars. In the gallery, you go to that gallery and pick any avatar you like. Oh, after some time, you don't like that avatar, leave it, take another avatar. So that is called changing avatar, changing bodies. You can do that. And try this game as long as you want. And try to be the Lord, as big Lord as you want. In the game, you can try. You can go as, you gain your points more and more. That's called Punya Karma. You gain your points more and more and more. You can go up to Indraloka. Oh, you're not happy there, go play the game better. Then you go up. Then you're going to go up to Brahmaloka. But that's the max. You hit the ceiling now. Then what happens? Kshine, Punye, Mrutyulokam, Vishanti. From Brahmaloka again, your points are decreasing, then you come down back again. So this game is going on. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. This game is going on. So at one point, Bas karo yaar, I am not happy. The moment you say that one word, Krishna is waiting. When will this fellow say? I am waiting for you. Come to me. Right? So like that, this world is designed in a particular way. And all these features inside this virtual game, Krishna is describing one after another, one after another, one after another. And here finally he talks about Kalosmi, means I am the Kala. I am the Kala. I am the time. Time I am. What does time do? Destroy everything. Mrityu aham. Sarva haraschaham. In the same chapter he tells, I come as death, I come as Kala. Kala and death is similar meaning. Now, whatever is there in this game, in this virtual world, just like even when you go to Farmville and you're playing that Farmville, all that gadgets and all that, what does that indicate to you? It is created by somebody, but on what basis did he create? There is a farming, do click something, you pour water, then grass is growing, fruits are coming, all that is coming inside the Facebook game, right? I'm sure everybody played that game. But think about it a little bit. Whoever is a creator of that game, did he put even one element inside that game which is not there real? In the real world, everything is there. Only those things he has put in that game. Correct? The same way, whatever this virtual world, material world Krishna is creating, Krishna put all the elements which are there in Vaikuntha. So in Vaikuntha, but this inside the game, nothing is really real. You cannot pluck that fruit and eat in that Facebook Farmville game. The same way in Kala, this time, actually time, the way it is, we are experiencing, you cannot go backside of the time. You cannot go beyond the time, right? There's no past. You cannot go in the past. You cannot see the future. You're always pushed. You're pushed in one direction. But this is a virtual world. But in the spiritual world, it is described, there is Kala. This time, actually this time that we are experiencing is illusion. But in the spiritual world, the time, there is nothing called as past and nothing called as future. There is only present. How beautiful is that? There's nothing called as past and there's nothing called as future. There's only present. That's how it is in the Vaikuntha Loka. We don't have experience of that. But Krishna gives an idea that like that exists. Katha Ganam. If you speak one word also, it is like a song. That's in Vaikuntha. Natyam Gamanapi. Even if you, every step is like a dance. So everything is only enjoyment in the spiritual world. And the opposite is experienced here. So this is Sambandha Gyan is missing. So that Sambandha Gyan is missing. So Krishna is providing that Sambandha Gyan in the Bhagavad Gita. So once you get that, then what happens? Abhideya is giving so many processes. But here, you'll see, I've been telling since all the conclusion of all the chapters of the Bhagavad Gita, if you read, he says, he talks so many things, but then he concludes with one message all the time, consistently. One message. My dear son, you are my dear son. I love you so much. And you have to also love me and trust me. And that way you come back to me. So that he keeps on hammering again and again and again. You'll see the same thing here. 54 sloka. What is he saying? Bhaktyatva ananya sakya means ananya bhakti. There is only one way you can enter into this mystery of my opulence. You cannot understand. We might be thinking we are very proud. I'm very rich person. I'm this. I'm that. So many things you can think. Prabhupada used to tell. Hitler used to think I'm a great controller. I can control the entire Europe and all that. But after his eating, when his bowel movement starts, he cannot even control his number 2. He has to run to the bathroom. No matter how much you think I'm very, very smart guy, I have beautiful eyes, I can see anything. You cannot. Without the mercy of Krishna, Prabhashmi Shashishura Yaho, if there is no sunlight, there is no use of these eyes. So you're dependent on the Supreme Lord for every single minute. Your body cannot operate without breathing for 5 minutes. Everything. You might think you are very proud. I'm great farmer. I'm doing farming. I can take out the food and eat. Even in farming, what you have done? Nothing. Water is not yours. Seed is not yours. Soil is not yours. You put them all together. And then the growth of the seed, from the seed to the plant also is not yours, not in your hand. Then finally fruit comes, you pluck it. The maximum work in the entire chain of events of planting the seed to growing to plucking and eating, that's all. The entire activity is maybe you planted the seed, did little bit of work, and maybe you brought it to your kitchen and table and you ate it. These are the only 2 things that you could do. But after eating also, it's not in your control. The way it breaks down, the way it gives you nutrients, the way it makes you nourished, all that you are dependent on this machine. And this machine is working so perfectly, so wonderfully, with so many healing techniques, so many ways. You cannot understand that same apple you are eating. How can that apple be turning into blood and all that beautiful thing, and whatever kachra is there, it's coming out expensive. What a machine it is. If you actually go through the entire composition of how everything is going, maybe a huge factory has to be made, not one. Several factories have to be built to break down this apple into nutrients. That is happening just automatically, just like that. So Krishna explains, all that is happening by my energy. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasaha ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. Entire prakriti that you see around you, it is moving, non-moving, everything is controlled by me. But mudha means who's not very intelligent. He is thinking karta aham iti manyate because he is a mudha. He is a fool and rascal. he does not know my opulence. You see? So Krishna is giving all this information, and then finally is telling, okay, how do you enter into the mysteries and understand it is me who's doing this? There's only one technique. That is called Ananya Bhakti. Krishna is talking about Ananya Bhakti several times, and this is the only way to understand Krishna. There is no other way to enter into the mysteries of understanding Krishna. So once you understand that, then automatically you will fix your mind, okay, this is the way to come to Krishna, and then Krishna from within you will guide you how to go to the next step. How to go to the next step. I really want to go back to Krishna. I understand, okay, this is my path. This is what I'm missing. This is my missing link. This is what I'm supposed to re-establish. And this is the process. But the process itself is very, very cumbersome or very complicated, it might seem. But Krishna will guide you through the entire process. Just like when you are in just school or high school, you might think, oh my God, how can anybody get into IIT or maybe do engineering or do, all those big, big things. You might think like that. But if you are determined, the path is already there. But you'll be guided through the path, depending on your particular desire. The same way, depending on your particular desire that you want to come to Krishna, the path is already there. So you'll be guided through that path. Jnana deepena bhashvataha. Jnana deepena. What is the kind of headlight suppose you are driving a car and you want to go in a highway and it's night. So what do you need? A headlight. The car's beams, high beams should be on. Otherwise you cannot go. So the same way Krishna is telling, I know you are lost in this material world, which is completely dark, but to come through the highway, you need bright light, which is called Jnana Deepena Bhashvataha. Sitting inside your heart, I will illuminate that bulb, and then you will come to me very easily. But that bulb will glow only by one process. What is that? Ananya Bhakti. So we all know Bhakti, right? What is this Ananya Bhakti? Ananya Bhakti means uninterrupted, unmotivated Bhakti. Bhakti should be uninterrupted. It should be unmotivated. So such type of Bhakti, and it is focused only for Krishna. That's the kind of Bhakti Krishna is expecting. Once you come to know how to practice that, then this Jnana Deepa will be on. Sometimes it might be dim, but the beam will become bigger and bigger and bigger, and your path will be very, very clear. So that's the kind of conclusion. So that is Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana. So I'll stop here. I'll take any questions if anybody has. Any questions?
Prabhuji, everything was so well explained. Very nice session today.
Thank you.
It's more like a recap of everything, that all the 3 points, Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana. This we have, it was nice to recap it again.
Okay.
Looks like nobody has any questions, so we'll stop here.
Anybody
And
from YouTube, if they have a question, they can type there in the chat, then maybe I can see that and
yeah, maybe.
answer.
Let me see, but there are not too many people in the YouTube. So,
Okay, so we can stop here.
wait, let me see. Hello, क्या आपसे बात हो सकती है? अरविंद सिंह somebody is हाँ, बात कर सकते हैं अरविंद सिंह जी. आप आपको चाहिए तो मैं को Zoom का YouTube Zoom link डालती हूँ यहाँ पे. Maybe then he can come in the class and then he can ask the question. Let me see if I can do that. I think I can do that, you know. So ये Zoom का YouTube link है. आप अगर Zoom में आना चाहें तो अभी आप आ सकते हैं या यहाँ पे भी क्वेश्चन लिख सकते हैं.
Okay, let's give him about
A minute
1 or
or
2
two,
minutes.
because this is a little slow. It
Okay.
goes, yeah. So
There's
whatever
a-
we're talking here, there is a lag. It's not immediate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's give it about 2 minutes or so, and then.
Yeah, I think what I would want to do is, why don't we do 11th chapter tomorrow also, and we go with you know, the flow, how Krishna is talking about what he is and everything, a little bit, you know, about the 11th chapter, because there
Sure.
are only 3 slokas. So instead of doing Bhagavatam tomorrow, we can actually do Bhagavad Gita again tomorrow.
Yeah, I can do all the opulences. I can make a chart. Or just each opulence I can make like a table, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk. It will be really nice. So that way everybody can, you know, understand, and then we can go about understanding how Krishna is talking about the last what we are saying, because yeah, I don't think he has come here, but I sent the Zoom
Maybe
link.
he's not seen it now.
Maybe, yeah. So we wait. Yeah, no, it's still just yeah. Oh, just now it is downloading that part.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so no. And it's still just yeah.
నాన్నగారండి మీరు ఏమైనా చెప్తారా? మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు.
ఏంటి
11th చాప్టర్ మీకు అర్థమైంది.
11th chapter నేను చెప్పలేను.
Okay, I think I don't know how to connect with him to Arvind Singh ji, but maybe we can. Okay, so I think since we don't have anything, we can just stop the class here, and then we'll meet tomorrow, same time at 6:30 India time and ours 9 o'clock, and I'll put the Zoom link. So we'll stop here and we'll continue tomorrow. We can chant 3 times Hare Krishna.
Sure.
Unmute yourself. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.